welcome to Side Roads. I'm Carlos, and this is a 2026 Infiniti QX80 Sport. The 2026 QX80 Sport comes with a 3.5-liter V6 twin-turbo engine that produces 450 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. The engine is paired to a 9-speed automatic transmission. All the Q80 Sport comes standard all-wheel drive, and towing capacity is around 8,500 pounds. The QX80 from Infiniti competes in the full-size SUV segment against cars like the Cadillac Escalade, the Lincoln Navigator, and the Lexus LX 600. All of those are very important and very strong products in this segment. So the QX80 have a couple of advantages there. It is very well priced in the US. It's also well priced in Canada, but not as competitive. And it also has a very important class-leading power. Safety features for the QX80 are things like Infiniti ProPilot Assist 2.1 semi-autonomous system, blind spot warning and intervention, forward collision warning with pedestrian detection and auto emergency braking, rear cross traffic alert and parking collision avoidance assist, lane departure prevention, and driver attention alert. Fuel economy for the QX80 is a 15 liters per 100 kilometers city and 12.3 liters per 100 kilometers highway, which is 16 mpg city and 19 mpg highway. Price for the 2026 QX80 starts in Canada around 112,000 Canadian dollars, and the top trim goes to around 139,000 Canadian dollars. This sport trim starts around 127,000 Canadian dollars. In the US, the base price starts around 86,000 US dollars. The top trim goes to around 112,000 US dollars. This sport trim in the US is around 102,000 US dollars. None of those prices include packages or options. The interior on the 2026 Infiniti QX80 Sport, it is beautiful in here. Of course, all the materials are soft and the dash is wrapped in leather, and we have this super high-end wood here with aluminum accent. There is 64 different options for ambient lighting in here. Two, very nice. So we have two memory seats for two different drivers, and all the windows are one touch up and down. The steering wheel is wrapped in leather and it's beautifully designed, have contrast stitching, and is heated. The seats are in this ultra high quality semi-aligned leather in blue with contrast stitching and piping and perforation in the middle. They are extremely comfortable, and they share with Nissan the zero gravity technology for their seats are amazing and super comfortable. And then they also have the speakers integrated in the headrest, which makes the experience for the driver and the passenger a lot better in terms of music and music quality. But also when you receive a call, you receive the voice for the call through here. So instead of the system projecting the voice to everyone in the cabin, it is private, only you can hear it. That is really cool. Then we have a dual 14.3 inches digital screen, one for your gauge cluster that you can configure not only the information that you see in the middle, but the design of the gauge cluster there, and it's beautifully done. It's really clear and really nice. And then all the messages from the car come from the middle and in general in the screen, and it has a lot of function, and you can do all the settings through the middle screen or most of the settings. So that is really nice. There are two very functional, full of options. And then this screen is for the infotainment portion of the vehicle, and is really nicely and responsive. The graphic design is fine, and you have apps here. It comes with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, it has Google integration for Assistant and Maps. It also have Alexa integration. This is really nice, and in the main screen you can divide the screen with the main icons that you want to see there, and you can modify depending on what do you prefer. It's also very clear and very high definition. So as I was saying, we have this portion that is wrapped in leather, and there is Infiniti logo here that lights up at night, and this wood that is beautiful. And the same thing we have here. This interior is a combination of gray leather with blue leather and suede here, Alcantara kind of thing in light gray. Really, really nice. Honestly, this is beautiful. Even the steering wheel comes wrapped in leather with the two colors as well. Then we have a 9-inch screen here for your air conditioning and a few other options. So everything is touch here and is touch sensitive, and you have two presses, so it's not only digital but tactile there. I don't know, it's okay. It's nice looking. You can get used to it pretty quickly. It's functional. I'm okay with this. You can control not only the air conditioning, but the seats, the heated steering wheel, all that is fine. I think I prefer physical buttons, but this is a good enough execution. We also have here the drive mode function, which is standard, eco, sport, tow, and snow, and you have a personal one that you can combine some elements from this one and that one, and you can also control the air suspension here for the car. You can also control the rear vents as well, and the rear air conditioning for the rear passengers. You have a push button shifter here. I'm not a fan of push button shifter. This works fine and it's pretty well located here. My problem is you have to look at them all the time to move the car, and it should be more intuitive in my opinion. And you have a straight camera button here, which is pretty handy. The camera in the QX80 have this 3D advanced view that you can move the car around and see everything around. That's pretty cool. And also have this see-through function that allows you to see what is under the car, which is ideal for some tight parking situations, but especially for off-roading. So all that is really cool. The center console is really wide here. We have two cup holders and a wireless charger here, and there is an extra opening here on there, and the center console is on the okay side, and there's this tray here. The support points are really comfortable too, and the glove box is on the smaller side, which I would say. We have a panoramic sunroof here. 24 speaker Klipsch premium sound system, and it sounds fantastic. And we also have an electronic rear view mirror, so if you have the car full of people or stuff, you can still have full visibility there. I like that feature. I fit behind myself based on my driving position. There is plenty of space for my knees and my height. The seats are comfortable. They can be reclined and move back and forth, and they are power operated. There are captain chairs in this model, so you have a pass-through there. There are air conditioning controls, and the back seats are heated and ventilated, and all the materials are really nice, and of course there are air vents there. I also fit behind myself in the third row with the seat fully back. My knees looks like they are touching, but they are not. The seats are really comfortable. They are also power operated, and they can be reclined. The trunk is very versatile. Behind the third row, there is enough space for daily stuff, groceries and bags and those type of things. I think a carry-on or a few of them will fit there, no issue too. When you take the third row down, there is a massive amount of space, and when you take the second row down, of course you have all the space that you will ever need. This is not the biggest one on the segment. This is wide and tall, but it's not as long as the competitors. But I think this is practical enough, and it's beautiful. And let me remind you, it's blue and gray interior. So this design is very modern, very simple, very tasteful, very well done. How is to drive? The 2026 Infiniti QX80 in this sport version, amazing. This is a luxury car, this is a comfortable car, and this is a cool car. So I really like it. I had the QX80 before for the channel, the fully loaded version, and of course it was the same case, but I like the sporty feeling of this one too in terms of design mostly, so it's really nice. The cabin is of course absolutely insulated. This is luxury level of quietness here. I was in the highway and I couldn't even hear the wind, so it was incredible. It's really luxurious, it's really nice. Of course, that's to be expected, and the whole luxury experience is here. Then we have visibility, which is great. This is a very tall car and of course a massive car, and the windows are really tall and this part is low, so you have a lot of greenhouse here. There's a lot of light coming in. The windshield is massive. All the windows, even the third window there for the third row, it is really big, and the back window is big as well, so visibility is not an issue whatsoever. The D pillar there is on the thick side. It's very thick, but you have also these massive side mirrors, and this car for some reason is really easy to park despite the big size. So that is nice. You have blind spot monitoring too, and you have a incredible 360 camera that you can rotate and everything, so you will never have a problem parking this car, but it's really nice. It's really nice to be here. We also have this panoramic sunroof, so beautiful cabin and visibility in that sense. Then we have the suspension. The suspension this is a body-on-frame full-size SUV, by the way, so there is only so much the suspension can do, but these body-on-frame SUVs or trucks or vehicles in the past used to be really hard. That was a huge compromise for getting in a car like this. Not anymore. Of course, still is heavy, still is different than any other building type of car, but in this case, they have done so much. The suspension is really comfortable. I wouldn't call it ultra soft, which I like. Super, super comfortable in the highway. It's super comfortable in the city. It doesn't feel floaty. It's soft and comfortable, but it doesn't feel floaty. And I like that because, it makes the car feel a little bit more stable and controllable, and somehow it makes it feel smaller too. So I like the suspension calibration here. 100%. This is a perfect compromise. I have been ultra comfortable. I love the QX80. The seats are really comfortable too, like so comfortable, and I have taken a few trips already, so really nice. Then we have the brakes. This is a huge car and a super heavy car. So there is a little bit of a sponginess there at the beginning, but in terms of power, they feel okay for the car. You have to press them hard to get more and more bite and more stopping. It's okay. I think it's a matter of getting used to, because it's obviously not my car. But other than that, I think the brakes are adequate. The steering is on the soft side. There is a good on-center calibration here. I didn't have to do many corrections, not to say any corrections in the highway, so I like that, but remain soft and comfortable and easy to move this car around, especially on the city. So it's set for the comfort side without being completely loose, which I also like. So it's all these luxury elements, but it's still giving you a little of, you need to drive. And I like that in cars, or at least in my cars. So pretty good. I will totally get this one as it is, 100%. Really, really nice. Then we have the transmission. It's a 9-speed automatic transmission, and so far has been done a pretty good job with downshifting and upshifting and everything. I think the transmission is very well paired to this engine to make sure that you can get all the power out. It's fine. I have no complaints. I haven't felt anything weird on the transmission. Everything has been working perfectly, and I didn't have to go to extremes to get the transmission to give me what I need. So pretty good there too. Then we have the engine, which somehow is the star of this car because it's a V6 twin turbo, and it's replacing an old V8 from the Q80. So that makes always fans of V8s and older engines to suffer a little, but this is a very well developed engine. It's very well engineered. It gets you the most power you can get in this class, which is 450 horsepower and 519 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot. It's a lot for this car. It's a lot for the segment. It's perfectly fine for this. You can feel it. You can hear it. Maybe it doesn't sound exactly like a V8, but it still have a nice, satisfying noise to it. I like it. I like everything about it. And when you floor it, this car goes. So I think it's perfect. Don't get scared. Don't run away. You know, it's what it is. This time, you know, all the brands are coming to smaller engines with more power and turbos and more torque, all that. We have to take advantage of it. We have to adapt to it and get used to it because it's what it is. It's not exactly ultra fuel efficient, but I'm sure it's more fuel efficient than before, and again, gives you all this power. This is a great car to live with in terms of comfort, power, dynamics, design, everything. It's a soft car. It's not, you know, ultra sporty, despite of the sport version, but it tones it down a little to less ultra soft luxury. I do like it. I feel a difference between this and the other Q80 that I drove. I like this one better because of the cars that I like, but you have those options too, so that is good. And we went through this before. It's very competitive in price. I think that this is a very compelling product from Infiniti. I think the exterior design is stunning. So if you don't want the typical Escalade or Navigator and you don't need that much space, maybe this is the one for you. I will totally give it a try. To me, the QX80 is by far the best looking full-size SUV. Maybe that's not enough to compete in this segment, but what do you think?